Do you want a simple way to communicate with God?
Coffee time with John.
Hey guys, welcome to another Coffee Time with John. It is a pleasure to be here. I'm really excited to be here as part of your coffee time and your chance to sit back and relax. You know, every time I do one of my private readings for someone, an hour before, I sit down, I write their name on top of a sheet of paper, and I release all tension. I look at their name and I focus on their name and I release all tension and I just start writing. And I create a page of information. And that information is interesting because it comes through. It's usually pretty specific for the person. And it usually delivers a pretty empowering message and shows them the way to move forward and create momentum in their life. So I thought it'd be really interesting to talk to you about this process because I do it for myself as well. Like sometimes I'll just sit down and I'll exhale with my name on the top of the page. And I'll say, what do I need to know? And I'll just start writing. Now, I wanted to tell you the process of this because people think too much when they automatically write or they try to connect to source. God is in the feeling, not a thinking. And what you need to do is, when you decide you want to try this, sit down, write a name or your name. It's probably easier to start with someone else first because it's easier to verify and not judge it as you go. So find someone who you can talk to, a friend, and say, hey, I'd like to do an automatic writing about you. Is that okay? And they say yes or no or whatever. And, but if they say yes, you just, okay. So I'm going to sit down and do this. You just write their name, take a big deep breath, and relax. And relax. And when you sit down and relax, don't think of anything. Only focus on the feeling of being relaxed. And you've gone, whatever this person's name is, just relax. And whatever word pops into your head, write it down. It could be the most ridiculous word you could possibly think of. Write it down. Because you're not reading for yourself at this moment. You're reading for somebody else. You have no idea what that word will mean for them. Write it down. And then stay relaxed. Don't try to think what they would think. Just stay relaxed. And the next thought that comes into your head, write it down. Don't try to be grammatically correct. Just write it down. And then what's going to happen is the more you tell God, the universe, that you want this information by actively writing it down, it will start to flow. And you'll find yourself writing whole sentences, whole thoughts, and it'll just fill out the page. And when you have that flow, don't start second guessing it. So don't start judging it. Just write. Just whatever's coming into your head, write it down. Don't try to see what the sentence is even saying. Just write it down. And as you write it down and you come to the end, set your pen down. Take another breath. And then look at your page and read what it says. And I think you'll be surprised. And then when you talk to that person, you say, okay, this is what came through. I don't know what it means. I have no clue, right? And you just read it to them. And you'll be amazed. You will be amazed. Because you will have connected. You will bring information through. You will be able to say things to them that only they would know, or only they would understand, or only they would know that they were in that situation. Or it's just the exact right thing they needed to hear at that time. Only they can tell, right? And the more you practice this, especially when you're practicing it with somebody else, other people, the more you practice it with other people, you start to develop a trust. Because trust is developed by results over time. Because the more you see the results, the more you begin to trust it. And the more you trust it, the more easily the information flows. Because now you believe you get information. And that information just flows onto the page. And then you get to the point where you're like, okay, you write your own name on the page. And now, because you've developed trust, it flows on the page for you as well. But it really depends on you setting your personal physical world stuff aside, relaxing, and just coming into that state of just, okay, what do I need to know? And just start writing. And I would love if you guys to give this a shot. And I would love for you to comment in the section below. Let me know how it goes. I would love to hear your feedback, because I've helped people do this a lot of times, and they always have great feedback. So give it a shot. Let me know how it goes. You guys have a great day, and I'll talk to you soon. See ya. Bye.
Thank you so much for watching. The John of New channel is solely funded by your generous donations and purchases of private readings and merchandise. To help out, go to johnofnew.com or use the donation link in the description below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share.